What's up, guys? So I've gotten a couple of questions on the review. So I am going to go over a few of these. You should already have all of these formulas. I printed out that sheet for you guys. So let's go ahead and get started. One that I got commonly was number 9, because you guys have this line here. Now, this is an apothem. We have not gone over it, so it's really just here as a distractor for you guys right now. So really, the only thing that's important is just this side length. This is a regular hexagon. So just use your formula. Area is going to be equal 6 times the side length squared root 3 over 4. And you'll find that. Um, Same thing here. This is a parallelogram. So you really just need to do base times height, right? So area is equal to 20 times 5. So your area here should be 100 meters squared, right? So nothing too difficult so far. The ones that I have gotten a few questions on are actually down here. So let's take a look here at number 16. Um, yes, we're gonna look at 16 and then yeah, take a look at those for now. So and then I'll do maybe number 8. Actually, let's number 8 first. That's one that was on here. Okay, so number 8. First, you have to see that this is an isosceles trapezoid. So since this is an isosceles trapezoid, we know a couple of things, right? So if I create another height right here, not only is this going to be congruent to this right here, this is going to be 9. We still have no clue what this is. But now I have two right triangles, and they are going to be congruent. So let's go ahead and use the Pythagorean theorem to find that base. So my first step is going to be to do 24 squared, and let's call this x. This is 25 x here. So we're going to do 24 squared plus x squared is equal to 25 squared. So I'm going to bring out, I should have done that first, but I'm going to bring out my nice calculator here. And I'm just going to go ahead and subtract 24 on both sides. So minus 24 squared on both sides. And I'm going to do 25 squared minus 24 squared. And I end up getting 49. So I get an answer of x squared is equal to 49. All right, almost done. I'm going to go ahead and square root, giving me an answer of plus or minus 7. But since distance can only be positive, my answer here is 7. All right. So I found this length, I found this length. So I'm going to move this away from here for just a second. Even more so. Um, and now we can see that my full base here is going to be all of this. It's going to be, right, my base 1, let's say my base 1 is 9, my base 2 is going to be 9 plus 7 plus 7, so 14 plus 9, giving me a 23. And then my height is 24. And now I can go ahead and use my formula of a trapezoid. Area is equal to base 1 plus base 2 over 2, right? You take the average of the height, multiply it, or of the bases, and multiply it by height. So I'm going to go ahead and erase that. I'm going to type right in 9. I'm going to erase B2. I'm going to put in 23. And I'm going to erase my height and plug in 24. Area is equal to 32 divided by 2 times 24. Area is 16 times 24. 16 times 24 is 384. So area here is equal to 384 units squared. And we're done. Right, so that wasn't too bad once we understood that those are two triangles and they're congruent. And I hope that helped. So I do want to now come down to um let's do this one right here, number 18. Now 18 is a little confusing because some students think um, that 19 is just this part. I see why you would think that. However, I believe that on the key 19 we use is the whole base here. Um, So let's go ahead and do that, and we can get our answers. Um, so from here, we're going to go ahead and first, I'm going to find the area of this rectangle up top. So my rectangle, obviously, here is just going to be 7 times 4. So I'm just actually going to write that in there, right? 7 times 4 is 28 centimeters squared. And now I have a trapezoid. Now, a trapezoid is this one right here. So in order to get my trapezoid, I have to understand that these two sides are congruent. So once again, my area of a trapezoid is going to be my base 1. So I'm going to use 7 as my base 1. I'm going to use right 7 because it's congruent to this side. I'm going to add 19 to this, plus 19 divided by 2 times my height being 8. Area is equal to 26 divided by 2 times 8. Area is equal to 13 times 8. Area is equal to 104. And that is it for this one. Well, not for the whole thing, but for the shape. All right, so I'll double check though, because I did do that in my head. And on the test, you always want to double check, guys. Sweet. Here we go. 104 centimeters squared. I just checked it. So now I'm going to take this total, and the total is going to be, well, area of the total is going to be 28 plus 104. That gives me 132 centimeters squared, and we are done. So for number 18, 132 centimeters squared. Stay there for 1 second. I'm going to go over one more. So let's go over the trapezoid here, geometric probability. All right. So remember, the geometric probability is going to be what we're trying to do is we have to find the probability of the shaded, because that's what we want here, right? Would be in the shaded area over the probability of the total area. So first, let's go ahead and find our total area. We have everything that we need. This is going to be my height. This is my, and we're going to say this is my base 1, and then this is my base 2. So let's go ahead and now use my formula. So my formula is going to be 16, and it doesn't matter how you do it, but I just labeled them, so I want to keep them consistent. 16 plus 7 divided by 2 times my height, which is 4. I don't know why I put h instead of 4. Area is equal to 23 divided by 2 times 4. Area is going to equal, I believe, 46, but this is going to give us 11.5 times 4. Area is equal to, it should be 46, but once again, always double check your math. So I'm going to do 23 divided by 2, multiply that by 4, and I did get 46. So my area of my home is 46, and that should be in units squared. It doesn't really matter right now, but that's going to be my total area. I'm going to write area T for total area, or area total. And now I need to find the shaded region. Now there's 2 ways I can do this. I can find the area of this and then the area of this, but it can be pretty hard. Actually, no, it's not too bad because I can find this. A triangle by doing 16 minus 4 for this little piece of base here, right? So minus 4, that gives me 12, minus 7 to give me a 5 here. So now I can find that area, and then the area of here. Another way I can do it is just find the total, the area of the white part here, the whited area, and subtract it from my total. So I might do it both ways just so you guys can see them, just in case you get something or the other on the test. So yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go ahead and just minimize this area here, and then we're going to go ahead and do it, or I'm going to go both ways. Um, all right, so here we go. So first, let's go ahead and find the area of the shaded region. So I'm going to find the area of this. I'm going to find the area of this. So how can I figure that out? Well, if I know that the whole base here is 16 and this is 4, that means that from here to here, this is 12, right? However, I also know that this side is going to be congruent to this side. So therefore, not only is this 4, but this is 7. So that means the total here is 11. So if I subtract 11 from 16, this over here will be 5. I have my height of 4. So now I can find the areas of my two triangles. We're going to call this the left one triangle 1 and the right one triangle 2. So triangle 1 is going to be 4 times 5 divided by 2. Base times height divided by 2, giving us 20 over 2, which is 10. So area 1 is 10 units squared. Area of triangle 2 is going to be 4, and we can tell that this is an equal, this is a 45, 45, 90 because it's congruent sides, but we're just going to do it anyway, right? So the area here is going to be, well, not that we could just find the, I'm rambling. 4 times 4 divided by 2, given 16 over 2, being 8. So means that area 2 is 8 units squared. Sweet. So I found both. I found my first area, my second area. So if I want the area of the shaded, that means that the total probability of being shaded, and this is what I want, right, is going to equal, and I know this is, well, what's the probability that it hits the shaded? Well, it's the shaded portion over the area, right? So we're going to go ahead and just do 10 plus 8 over 46. So the probability of the shaded is equal to 18 over 46, which should be, when I put it in my calculator and hit math frac, I get 9 over 23. Let's see, how do we want our answers? We want these rounded to the nearest hundredth, so I don't even want that. I want it in the hundredth. So it's going to be 9 over 23 is 0.391. 0.391. And because we want to the hundredth, we're going to take a look here at these last two numbers. 91 is closer to 90 than it is to 100. So we're just going to go ahead and erase that one. And this here should be my answer. Great. And that is it. So that's the first way. The second way that we can do this, right? And sorry for all the different math. I just want to make sure that you guys are fully prepared for tomorrow. Is again, the total area is still always going to be at the bottom when we're doing math or when we're doing probability. But now we want to do the total area. So probability, and I'm just going to do total, the A of total area minus the unshaded area, the probability of the unshaded area, UA for unshaded area. So let's find the area of my unshaded area. So actually, let's keep everything kind of how it was. There we go. Since I know my base here is 7 and my height is 4, that means 7 times 4 is 28. It's that simple, right? So now what we can do is we're going to take the probability here that it's shaded, and I'm going to take total area, which we said was 46 units. I'm going to subtract away the area I don't want, 28, and we're going to divide that by the total area. 46 minus 28 is 18. 18 over 46, notice, is the exact same answer we got here. And therefore, when we plug that into our calculator, we still get 0.391, which rounds to 0.39. And that's it. So I hope this helped you guys. Good luck. Email me any more questions that you guys might have for tomorrow's test, and I'll try to get these videos out today. If not, have a great rest of your weekend. I wish you guys luck on the test, and I will see you on Monday.